Ultimately, the solution to the challenge in front of us all comes from dialogue and talking to one another. And I think for the team here at Qatar Airways, seafarers and marine travel had always been an important business line, an interesting one, maybe a little bit boutique, something where we had a few specialists. But through the crisis, we've seen how vital this segment is to the global economy and how vital a role we can play as an aviation and a logistics partner for the industry. And I think in the last 6 months, we've carried something like more than 150,000 seafarers. Our number one priority is always safety. So what does that mean? That means as we learn more about this disease, we need to learn more about the processes and procedures and protocols. Well, let's start with the most exciting one that we've announced just this past weekend. And by the way, I should say it stemmed from a logistics request from some customers. They said, well, we have our crew traveling in a pandemic. Can you just maybe block off a little space in the airport, maybe close one gate lounge so that they can have that as their private space? And we thought, well, that's a good idea for logistics, but actually, let's take that and raise it one, and that's turned into our Mariner Lounge. And I believe it's a world first to offer a dedicated lounge just for this community, and it's a sign of our thanks for the support during the pandemic, and I think it's a sign of our recognition of the importance of the marine community to aviation. That's a nice way to say thank you.
So the first good news is that despite the increase again in COVID cases in the last month, country restrictions are more realistic and still allow travel to and from our main crew hubs and crew changes in way more ports than what was allowed back in March to May, approximately. We see that despite the COVID cases increasing again, flights to and from the Philippines and India in October were 25 to 30% more flights than they were in July. And so all in all, overall flight capacity today is at 40% approximately of 2019 figures, when, I repeat again, in April it was about 10 to 15%. So, and this is pretty much expected to remain in this region for the next 6 to 9 months, because we believe that country lockdowns and quarantine requirements that are being reintroduced at this point discourage full redeployment of routes or even larger aircrafts by many airlines. Well, here I have a second good news for you, and that is because we were able, between our initial analysis and now, to look into additional data of the same client base that was up to October, and we identified that the average fares have already started dropping compared to what we had in June and July mainly. And the last one was, how long do we expect these high costs to last? Considering today's situation, we see that the increased costs lasting at least until summer 2021, as air traffic is not likely to reach over 50%, we believe, of 2019 schedules before that. And again, decreased seat availability results in increased fares.